Oh man. Oh no, I was gonna say we're early. We're not early. We're right on time. Damn it! I tried to be early. I tried to. It's so hard to be early. Well, here we are again. Another Wednesday night whiskey bonded whiskey business live. We should just call it Talk Whiskey to me. Screw it.
Uh-oh. That again.
And as you can hear, Mrs. Whiskey Bonnet is with us. Not on camera tonight because, well, frankly, well, I don't have it set. But she's on microphone and you can hear her. So
I'm gonna try it this way better
her
anyway.
wonderful
I'm
buttery,
behind the camera person.
buttery voice. You
Yeah,
guys, I,
that's
I
it.
I have, I have a lot of things to go over. There's some new whiskey news that I wanted to go over with you guys. Some updates on some things that are related to something that we have going on. Obviously, fill you guys in on the drop on Friday. I've got a couple of cracks here I'm going to go over. One a complete fresh crack, and the other one that you guys are going to want to know about. And I'm really curious to try against a similar bottle, very similar bottle. And we got a little bit of update on the trip. We actually released all of the names for the Kentucky barrel picking trip and all the places. We've already had a substitution. Already somebody dropped out. I will announce who it is that dropped out and who got substituted in as soon as the person that was supposed to get substituted in responds. Just a lot going on. What's up, Tim, Tom, Joyce, Tap? Everybody here. Daddy's working. I love the screen name. Daddy's working. And Michael Whiskey Sensory Shenanigans was first today. Hey, Michael, just for you, buddy. One of my Glens tonight. Little shout out. Let's see if we can get the focus. The Whiskey Sensory Shenanigans Glencairn. Look at that. Little shout out to Michael. Um, Actually, Michael is going to be tasting in Elk Grove next Thursday evening. Michael, if you want to put that in the comments, there are some people that are local. What's up, Mr. Gregerman? What's up? What's up? What's going on, Anthony? Okay, so let's get started. Let's get started with this. Let's just get right into it. I'm gonna fresh crack this open. If anybody in the comment knows what this is, above, I'm gonna have you try this. This is something different.
Okay.
This is something wild and weird and different.
Okay.
Okay. If anybody knows what this is, let's get it on the camera. This is B Wilder. B Wilder. And it says this Be Wilder, Be Wilder, Be Wilder. It is a single malt whiskey infused with wild foraged mushrooms.
Does it get you high?
So I don't know. Listen, I might get real goofy tonight, people. This might get real goofy. We're gonna do a little crack here. We're gonna respect pop. But actually, I was talking. I made a comment on something on socials. I don't know why. I don't know what it was about. And the company actually reached out and was like, "Hey, we have mushroom infused." I'm making a joke or something. I don't know. We have a mushroom infused bourbon. Can we send you one? I'm like, screw it. Yes, you can send me one. And it's a single malt. It's 112 proof single malt. That's why
Oh,
I'm a little excited about it.
okay.
I like proofy single malts. Not sure about the mushroom thing, but let's try first before I pop it. Let's see if I can get the focus on this. The top of the cap is actually like the underside of a mushroom. Really freaking cool. That's really freaking cool. You guys know me. That's the kind of stuff that I really dig. Here we go.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a good
that was
one.
very mushroomy, magical almost. We're gonna do it in the whiskey sensory. Oh, even the nose on that really just smells good.
Oh,
Okay,
what a fun guy you are tonight.
you beat me to it. You beat me to my favorite mushroom joke. Oh, dang it. I can't believe
Sorry about
we need sound effects. We need a
Yeah.
sound effect board. Respected the pop. What's up, Paul? Whiskey Johnson, what's going on? Okay. Smells kind of, smells a little single malty. It smells a little bourbony too. We're gonna let that breathe for a little bit. Okay, so something I wanted to bring up. I've got two pieces of booze news tonight I wanted to tell you guys about. One of them is I've been following this whole Uncle Nearest filing. They're going through conservatorship. A lot of questions about uh, whether the valuations were right, how they spent the money, somebody's robbing from somebody else. It's just a giant freaking mess. Unfortunately, that's a terrible freaking thing, I think, because Uncle Nearest is a very storied historic brand with its relation to Jack Daniels and Fawn Weaver, the CEO and founder, was actually headed really a rocket ship to the moon as far as her popularity and how the company was growing. It was one of the fastest growing companies, big figure, obviously a woman leading things out in the front. It just really was making a positive splash. Then this whole thing goes freaking sideways. And there's a lot of questions about Fawn, what she's doing or she's not doing. Well, recently she's catching a little bit of heat She tried to bounce this whole thing out of court by announcing publicly, Instagram and a press release, that the company had filed Chapter 11 for bankruptcy protection, and that it had effectively ended the court-appointed receivership. She just put that out there. Everybody's
What
like,
does that mean?
okay, well, there's a court-appointed receivership, which means she doesn't have control of her company.
Okay.
Somebody else is controlling the company as they're trying to go through what's going on with the reorganization. There's a lot of debt questions about who they owe money to
Okay.
and what assets that money was backed by. Maybe she overstated some of the values of the whiskey, which could have been could have been just some natural intention or natural result of the market shrinking. But there was also a question of whether a board member, a CEO, or somebody had actually lied about some things. There's just a lot going on with that. So when she announced, "Hey, we filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. We're out of the receivership," it's like, wow, that was a sudden end to it. Yeah, no, no. So the court-appointed receiver responded and basically said, nope, you don't have the authority to do that. We are filing to block the bankruptcy. You can't do that because it's still under receivership. You don't have the power to act for the company, including initiating the bankruptcy, because it's under receivership. So you don't have the power. We have the power. We're controlling things. And he even described her actions as wanton and willful violation of court orders. Requested judicial sanctions and monetary penalties.
Yeah, I'm assuming she has lawyers, so is she just ignoring their advice, or somebody gave her really bad advice?
And well, here's the thing, and I'm curious to what everybody's opinions on the whole thing is. But what's up, Cam? What's going on? Good to see you, buddy. But when you have somebody that's as dynamic of a leader and taking a big company on like Fawn, they tend to be a little ballsy and brash sometimes too. I think even to the point of maybe going a little overboard. Sometimes there's an ego involved. Maybe they're not listening to their attorneys. I think maybe that's a little bit what's going on. That's just my opinion. I don't know Fawn Weaver personally, but it sure does sound like to me she didn't consult her attorneys. I mean, I'm sure she has corporate attorneys. They're going to tell you, look, you can't just go announcing this thing. It's going to get, maybe it's a chess move. Maybe they're like, let's do it. Let's stir shit up, get us back in the news. It's going to be good for our cause. And they knew what was going to happen. I mean,
Maybe.
frankly,
Legally, that's good for that.
I don't know. I don't know. This is a chess game I'm not aware of, but frankly, $25,000 fines for this is not that big a deal to Vaughn Weaver, I would imagine, if you're playing this game. When you have your entire company on the line, I mean, they could potentially lose the company. She could lose control of the company. It might be a reasonable dice roll.
Well, but what's the upside in it?
Well, I am sure that she is fighting to get back in control of her company. She wants to be able to sell off assets.
Probably not the way to do it.
Yeah, it just depends. I mean, obviously, the court appointed receivership only has as much power as the court appoints. So ultimately, it's decided by the court, not the receiver. Maybe there's just a push pull power with the receiver. I don't know. I don't know. I imagine that Fawn Weaver is probably smarter than I am in these things. Yes, Mr. Gregman said no such thing as bad press.
I mean, that's
Possibly.
what they say. All you know, all press is good press. So
And I will admit, I had kind of fallen off paying attention to the Uncle Nearest thing in the last few weeks. Just kind of faded by the wayside because of everything else that was going on.
yeah.
The other big thing news that popped out that I'll tell you guys about in a minute. But so maybe I don't know. Maybe the attention is good for her. She has a positive public image. So maybe she's wanting
Well,
the
we'll see.
community to gather around her. Okay, Michael, this is not the Michael show. Michael's going to be at Sheldon Wine in Elk Grove Tuesday, March the 26th at 5 to 8 p.m. Porn's Pursuit. Steve is going.
Sir, you literally told him to put in the comments.
Why now? But now he's repping Steve too. Steve's not even here. I already repped the glass.
Friends repping their friends is not a bad thing.
I'm just giving Michael shit. Michael gives me a lot of shit.
Right.
You're gonna say of all of the followers, Michael probably gives me the most shit. That's all it's coming. That's where it's coming from. Anyway, he's right. Just there's no confusion. This Thursday,
Tomorrow.
5 to 8 at Sheldon Wine and Elk Grove is Steve with Old Louisville, Porn Old Louisville. Next Tuesday, March 26th, 5 to 8, is Michael pouring Pursuit at Sheldon Wine and Elk Grove. All press is good press. $5 foot longs anyway. All right, let's try the Be Wilder. I'm gonna pass this to you too. It smells fantastic. I actually like the smell of it a lot. I expected it to be really earthy. It's a little earthy. Letting the palate get a little earthiness here.
So, where does the mushroom come in? Like, what is the deal with the mushrooms? Do they
Honestly,
throw some mushrooms into the barrel, or
retaming, or it says rewilding tame spirits. Our mission at Wild Spirits is to answer the call back to nature, utilizing ethical and sustainable foraging practices. Our mushrooms are handpicked by local partners who honor the life our New England forests give and take.
it has a very unique nose? Nothing like I've smelled before.
It's actually not bad. The earthiness, I expected the earthiness to be too much. The earthiness comes in late palate. It doesn't hang around super long. It's not like dirt. It's kind of what you'd expect from a little bit of mushroom infusion. And I honestly don't know how much mushroom. It just says infused with wild foraged mushrooms. Uh oh, it does say whiskey with natural flavor. Is
Hmm.
it? I mean, added natural flavor because it's because it is a single malt. You could add flavor because it's not bourbon.
It definitely on the nose has that earthy portobello type of. I mean, I don't know what mushrooms they use, but it definitely has that. You know, how mushrooms when you buy mushrooms in bulk, there's that
Umami.
earthiness, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, umami or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Ah, Tim. I know someone else who gives you a lot of shit. Jared's still getting the daily footlongs. Oh. Sorry, number one. Who's winning your March Madness bracket? But I totally forgot to do a March Madness bracket. Well, if anybody else is doing well on March Madness, put it in the comments. What do you think? I actually think I like it. It is not super single malty though. I really got to do more looking into the mash bill on this, but single malt whiskey infused. I mean, it doesn't have a whole lot of that single malt character to it. It's very light, single malt.
Yes, it definitely has the earthy quality. It also, yeah, I'm not getting single because single malt is like
Mm-hmm.
Scotch-ish,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not getting that.
Which is incredible because you're usually very sensitive
I
to
like
that.
the little bit of sweetness on it, and I like the higher proof, obviously.
Yeah, it actually
But
drinks really easy too. Just got a kind of pop of flavor is what I'm getting with that proof.
you definitely get the mushroom.
I do think
It's a very, very interesting flavor profile. Nothing like I've ever had before.
hmm, I actually like it. It is different, but not in a bad way.
Yeah, because sometimes when you say, "Oh, it's different," people go, "Oh," and it's not. It's different in a good way, I would say.
Hmm, I actually kind of appreciate that. Um, I do think that this falls into that category of will I be buying this on a regular basis because it's so unique and special? Probably not. But is it worth trying? Yes, I really like it a lot. Actually, this will be one that will. This will be one that we'll probably try and pour for people on occasion because this is one of those ones that I think would be really
Super
unique and
interesting, yeah.
interesting, and good,
And for
and good.
me, you know what else I'm getting like big time on it is really deep like tea notes.
Yeah, a lot of black tea.
Yeah, which I think the mushroom probably is kind of kind of goes hand in hand, you
You
know?
can get black tea. You can get black tea on single malt, but yeah, it's probably is some combination. Yeah, it almost turns a little sweet tea at times. Green tea. It's less black tea. Interesting. No, it does not fall under the same cat and crab whiskey. This is definitely better than this. It's better than the shrimp whiskey too, since it came up today. Somebody got a little salty about the shrimp whiskey. The group that shall not be named. Someone says picked up an E.H. Taylor proof for 120. Good or bad? It's good. 120 for each
What are you
barrel
talking for? A shrimp? What?
proof. The Old Dominic that was picked by Barrel Age Whiskey Society has been accused of having shrimp notes on it.
Uh-oh.
It did come across as a little shrimpy to some people. I got it as briny, like salty briny, like you would get on a single malt sometimes. I haven't tried it again.
Is that the one that we tasted a while back that I also said kind of almost had a seaweed taste to it?
Probably yes.
Yeah.
Don't have too many whiskeys with seaweed flavors. Hmm. Interesting. So if you see the Be Wild or mushroom infused, I don't think this is very expensive. I'd say if this is less than $60, it's definitely worth picking up just because it's interesting. I do like it. I will do a review on that. I'm gonna have to spend some time with the tasting notes on that. For me, single malts are a little tougher to get the unique tasting notes out of because they're a little more subtle.
It
So
definitely has that umami flavor,
definitely has
especially
some
now that
umami.
I've kind of let it go and let it linger. Yeah,
It's good though.
it is.
I kind of like it. It does. The tea note kind of started as a black tea, and for me, it's more of a sweet green tea because there's a little bit of sweetness to it for me. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's just got a little bit of sweet, and it's greener than it is black to me.
It has sweetness. I would say, yeah. To me, it's more like a iced tea. You know,
That's a good analogy because I tend to
whenever you
think
get
iced
like
tea's a
your
little bit. Yeah.
local, barbecue joint, and you just get the cold iced tea. That's what I'm getting right now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Kids out on tap is still looking for a cocktail sauce to pair with that bottle. So here is the other thing I wanted to. Okay. I have. This is interesting. Let me just get this on the frame of it. You guys are going to want to hear this because I found this to be super interesting. I'm going to re-pour these and do them side by side because I have not done that yet. Uh, Michael said, if you're going to make the better half of Whiskey Bond to be off screen, can you get her a better mic? We need to have a
Can
studio
you
set
not
up.
hear me well? I'm maybe I'm not projecting. Maybe I need to be
You
louder.
need to be closer to the microphone, probably. It's
Well,
hard
it's
for me to.
already at my face. I don't know how much closer I can get to it.
There you go. As your nose is touching, you're close enough.
I'm not doing that.
We're going to talk radio style. Um, hey, Devin, what's going on? You forgot. You were over at Bruzel's Live, weren't you? We're probably going to get heavily predated by the Bruzel Live tonight. But whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Yeah, Devin says he can hear you fine. Mike, you got to put your ears closer to the speakers. Closer to the speakers. I'm packing up Rick's Milts in February 2023 to have delivered via personal carrier because mailing is illegal. By the way, where's Rick? Probably over on Bruzel's Live.
Probably.
Yeah,
Cheater.
with Kanish. He's probably on a boat someplace. They're still bringing me out next week. I'll try to get some damage report for Green River. Oh, so they didn't bail on you. Of course they didn't bail on you. They don't need to lose all the business. That brings us to the next piece of whiskey uh, booze news, as we like to say. The Green River Distillery. I did a little looking into this today. Green River Distillery did some pretty heavy layoffs. I had heard it was up to 50% of their workforce. Do a little look in it. It seems like
Ouch.
there is a second round of layoffs that was 50% of their workforce after having laid off roughly 25% of the workforce last year. So it's interesting because I was looking, they got rid of distillery operators, warehouse operators, lab technicians, logistics schedulers, and apparently Tap clued us in that their Tap, you'll have to put in there, his title was head distiller, master distiller. Have to get me to get the title correct. Oh, big squirrel, what's going on? Yeah, please hit the thumbs up, you guys. It's a very big shakeup. Yeah, see, 27 people, including Aaron, is what my source says. Well, there was 100 people when they laid off last year, 25 to 30 people. That means 75 people. They laid off 27 people. That's not quite half, but that's interesting. But
Was there any reason given for why they were doing it?
I mean, I don't know what the official reason was, but it's clearly web or distillery efficiency and operations. They're consolidating.
How are their sales?
Well, Green River sales are down this year. Actually, had it. Sales are down this year. Not a gigantic percentage. I actually had. I was looking at it right here somewhere, and I'm probably gonna lose it. Sales were down some amount that was not significant in my opinion.
Hmm.
Um, I lost the track of the note, but whiskey sales are definitely down. But depending upon what source you read, it's 1% or 6% or whatever it is. I just think what you got going on is there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a contraction of the whiskey market for sure. There's a lot of uncertainty in discretionary spending. There's a lot of uncertainty into how deep people are going to buy, and and they're also contracting some of the operations, constricting them down and consolidating positions because you have a lot of crossover between companies like Bardstown and Green River.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I think it's probably pretty smart. Official reason was decreased capital costs. Yeah, I mean, you guys are saying the same things. Tap saying sales were a factor, contract work. Mike says corporate speak was for cover our asses so stockholders still get paid. All of those things are going to come into play, you guys. Um, I think it's smart. I mean, some of this stuff is going to be smart for them to do because you got to keep the business operating. You do have shareholders to worry about, but you also have to worry about being able to survive this whole thing. And a lot of times, contraction, constriction, control of expenses. Now, I don't personally agree with that. I think that when times are bad, you work on your efficiency, you get the maximum out of all of your employees, and you think about how to
Hmm.
push forward. But it's not uncommon for any company when things get a little bit tighter, sales constrict. The first thing you do is cut personnel expenses. It's the largest expense. It's the easiest thing to do. You cut people, you cut a huge amount of expenses. I mean, it's just the low hanging fruit. That's why I
Well,
always think it's kind of a bit, it's a bitch move. It's kind of a cheap move to just get rid of people because it's such an easy thing to do. It requires no imagination, it requires no creativity, it requires no courage.
well, so excuse my ignorance, but was Green River like a big name in the bourbon game? Like, do a lot of people know about it? How was their
Um,
marketing on the whole thing? Like,
Well, that's what I was kind of surprised by. I mean, so Green River is really getting a lot of traction and being known more and more as a big value bottle. I mean, so most of the bottles are 30, 40, 50, $60. They don't have anything super expensive. They're doing a great job. Everything by them is really, really good. They've got a cool story. They've got a unique bottle, a good marketing presence, all of those things.
so
So
their marketing was out there. Like, they were
yeah, I mean,
pushing their product.
I think everybody that's here now watching this knows Green River, and I think 95% of whiskey drinkers are going to know of Green River if they're not super familiar with it. But it's also owned by Bardstown. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of crossover there. Bardstown is a giant monster of an operation, super efficient, very scientific, very accounting numbers and figures type. I mean, we've been there. They literally have a lab with white lab coats in the basement there. So I think that there's probably some consideration that because you have like Bardstown's Origin series that are also inexpensive, distilled by the same parent company, similar types of mash bills. I think there's some crossover there. So that might be why it makes sense. I mean, I know if I'm in a big company and I'm producing three similar products, it's not uncommon to consolidate those things, i.e., think Pontiac Chevrolet, Oldsmobile,
Okay,
Buick,
so
you
maybe
know.
stupid question. How did that ever become its own thing then? Why didn't they just,
Mm, that's a good question. Well, I mean, when you
why did it
have
split off into its own brand to begin with?
Well, when you have a hot market, then by introducing additional products, you're grabbing market share supposedly from, you see Green River on there, you're not necessarily going to
Mm.
pass on a Bardstown, you might pass on a Jack Daniels, you might pass on to something else. I mean, it is a known, I mean, it's literally DSP 10, so the 10th distillery license ever given out. So it's an old name. It does have a cool story. It's got a cool presence on the shelf, and there is a real demand for reasonably priced, really good bottles of whiskey. So I get why you would bring the brand back, push it. I get why you would buy it, and it is really good stuff. But why they're doing that now, I don't know. We will see. We will see. It'll unfold as it unfolds. But it does bring up a good point. It's great timing for our bottle that is dropping on Friday, which is this bottle. I think everybody here is going to know about that. Jacob Call brought back Green River. He sold to Bartown and left. They've been owned by them since. Yeah, it was a revived brand for sure. Tap nailed that. Since Bardstown's owned it, and I'm sure it's doing well, but it probably just makes more sense to consolidate. Interesting. So there's looking at the comments that there's some additional details and semantics the guys are putting in there. Lot of a lot of knowledge in the group right now. But so Green River just released the foolproof weeded bourbon standard offering. I'm going to give you these two, Bubba. See what you think.
Okay.
It is a And this is a fantastic bottle. I love it. It's a standard release. We just put these in bondabottleshop.com. It's like a 50-ish dollar bottle. I think it was 55 bucks.
And
Uh,
that's dropping on Friday.
109. No, this is the standard version.
Oh, this is the
We're
standard.
dropping
Okay.
a single barrel
Oh,
version.
okay. Good, good, gotcha.
So this is 109.3 proof. Ours is 117.2 proof. So little little
Okay.
little bonus there. I like the wheat. I like weeded, cast strength wheats. I think we got lucky on this one because I think that our single barrel might actually be hands down better than the standard offering. Now, I know tasting it yesterday, we're going to see if today is true too. I like our single barrel better, but we'll see what you think.
Okay.
Because to me, the single barrel came
Wait, wait, wait.
across.
Can we make it interesting and you just hand them to me blind so I don't know which one's which?
Yes, we can.
Okay, because I can't see what you have on your desk. So let's do it that way.
They are so different. Okay, try this one first. She may not feel the same way I do because there is some significant. I'll tell you what I perceive the difference as being in what I give you what I got the tasting notes on it.
Don't give it away
No, I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait and see what you think. Waiting for Friday in that bottle. It's so funny that of the bottles that we're dropping, I expected the Green River weeded single barrel to be the one that's people are going to buy, but it's not going to be the hot hand. It's turning out that it might actually be the hot hand because of the coincidence of all the Green River news. And if Green River really does get constricted, and they stop doing something like this, might be your last chance to get one of these things. It is a 750. It just looks huge. It looks
Okay.
huge in my tiny hands.
I'm ready for the next.
Okay, so we are giving Mrs. Whiskey Bonded, the standard Green River foolproof wheat, and our single barrel foolproof wheat to see what she thinks. Yeah, we were at top percent, and you were of a select few to get a weeded pick this year. Yes, there are less Green River single barrel foolproof wheats than there are of the haystack single barrels from Redwood Empire this year. Under 100 total. So I'm very, very pleased and thrilled and honored, especially with Green River does some amazing stuff. I love weeded bourbons. I love cast strength weeded bourbons. And this is actually going to be a bondedbottleshop.com on bondedbottleshop.com, which goes great on there.
Let me see the first one again.
Okay, don't mix them up.
I'm not. Okay, I like the nose on the second one that you
Okay.
handed,
Okay.
but I don't know which one's which. So
I definitely have a favor. What's the yield on the Green River pick? There are like 180 bottles of it, so there's quite a bit. So don't worry about them selling out. I think they're going to hit the public just because of the yield, but I think they're going to sell really well because the price point. I mean, patrons are getting it for like 650, under $60. I think it's like $65 for the public. I think I made it a $6 difference so that if free patrons wanted to upgrade, they could save their money back. But
okay, I definitely like the second one you handed me better.
okay, and why is that?
Well, I like the nose on it better.
Okay,
And to me, it has the second one, the one I just handed you back. So do you know which one's which?
I do.
Still? Okay. The one I handed you back first, but
Mhm.
the second you gave me. There's just more depth of flavor to it. And I'm getting a nice um like pop on it. I don't know how to
Yeah.
I'm not
So
good
burst of
with
flavor.
tasting notes, but just there's like, yeah, it's a little bit more of a burst of flavor when I took a sip.
Okay, so you are agreeing with me.
Oh, so it's the
Our single barrel,
Okay.
I think, is significantly better than this, which is
Okay, good.
hold on, which is crazy because the standard weeded foolproof Green River is really really good. I have drank all of that. Just I really enjoy it. I wish I had a little more of it. But now I have this will be okay. The slightly higher proof on this is nice, but this actually drinks easier because I think it has a little bit less spice to it and a little bit more of a sweet, rich, creamy, full. So I immediately on the nose was getting orange cream, so it's getting kind of citrus, but a creamy citrus toffee, and fruits primarily apricot and cherry. But the cherry is like a dark, rich, syrupy cherry. A little bit of light oak, just a little bit of oak on it. The
There's a
palate,
little bit of oakiness to it,
little
yeah.
bit, little bit, not overwhelming though. You're
No,
sensitive to the
because
oak.
I'm super sensitive to it.
The palate on this is so it's soft on the mouthfeel. It's coating. It's actually easier drinking than the lower proof standard version, but without sacrificing flavor. For me, the cinnamon notes kind of come across as like cinnamon rolls. So the cinnamon,
Yeah.
the baked bready part, and a little bit of confectionery melted sugar on the top. I don't know what kind of sugar that is that they use on tops of cinnamon rolls. Um, and kind of a ripe
Like
peach
icing kind of thing.
icing. Yeah, confectioner's sugar, like fondant sugar type.
Yeah.
You know,
When you said creamy, I think that describes it well for me too, as far as mouthfeel, because it is very like velvety, creamy type of palate.
see ya, Devando. Thanks for coming by. It's and then in the finish, I'm reading my notes over here. Baked apple pie, cinnamon and sugar. Like we used to put cinnamon sugar on top of our cereal as a kid. It's almost like cinnamon toast crunch, but
You
just
know,
a
for
cinnamon
me,
sugar.
when you said that, I got cinnamon and sugar on top of toast. Did you ever toast bread
Mm-hmm.
and butter
Just
it and
butter,
then
cinnamon
put
sugar.
cinnamon sugar?
Yep. Yep.
That's there you go.
I didn't
That's
say
yeah.
I didn't say cinnamon sugar bread on the finish because I don't get the breadiness as much on the finish. The apple pie, like that sweet crusted apple, like
Yeah.
pie shells, is kind of how the wheat comes across, and a little bit of hazelnut. I mean, it's really really delicious, and I
It's a
absolutely love
super
it.
easy drinker. Like it's not overwhelming, like easy sipper, I would say.
Very
But I
easy.
like really high proof stuff too, so
Yeah, it's actually
take that with a grain of salt.
very easy to sip for the 117 proof. It
Hmm.
doesn't have a lot of ethanol, doesn't
Yeah,
have a lot of heat,
right.
doesn't have a lot of that late drying. It doesn't have any of that stuff. Like even right now as I'm talking, my throat's not dry.
Mm.
It's not drying out the outsides of my palate. It's still sitting kind of mid palate, back of the tongue. Very nice, very easy to drink. As good as the other bottles we have, this is going to be my favorite from the drop, especially given the price point. Here, so $65 is $59 for patrons. You guys, please, if you're thinking about being participating in the drop on Friday, make sure that you're going to whiskeybarna.com. Check out the drop site because it'll give you the times and, excuse me, your prices. So I'm excited for that one. That's enough of that. I was hoping you guys. Was hoping you guys would. I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy this as much as I enjoy it. I really hope we sell the crap out of those bad boys. I do hope that this is not the end of Green River weeded single barrels because of everything that's going on. Because then when we sell it out, I wish I had charged way more money for them. Because they're not going to be around anymore. We should charge like $89 for it.
What is the price point you said?
65 bucks.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, 59 bucks to patrons.
that's definitely a buy.
It's stupid cheap. It's ridiculous. It's the second cheapest single barrel we've ever dropped. It's only more expensive than our bent.
Tim, did you hear that? Tim should be happy.
Tim, Tim, I don't know. Tim, do you like, buddy? Do you like weeded cask strength weeded bourbons? I mean, I don't know who doesn't, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how Tim feels
He
about
just
that.
meant the
Oh,
price
he
because
does. He
he was
likes
saying
makers.
we didn't have any picks that were in the mid range of
Mm,
under 100.
man. Oh, zero major zero. Drink a half a bottle of weeded Green River. I did the same thing. And Tim does like weeded single barrels. He likes makers a ton. Yeah, this
Somebody just
is
asked if there's a bottle limit.
no. So I'm not going to. Zekros, thanks for the question, buddy. I'm not. I'm going to limit. No, I'm not. I'm not going to limit anything. Screw it. I was going to limit the rare character to a couple of bottles, but I, I mean, unless anybody thinks that I should. No, there's plenty of the Green River. I'm not going to limit the bottle limit. Buy as much as you guys want. If everybody goes ham and buys three or four a piece in the Patreon, there'll still be a couple left for free patrons. That happens on Sunday, or if I mean for the public. Free
Mhm.
patrons on Saturday. The public goes live Sunday. And frankly, I'd like some people in the public to be able to get this. But if the patrons buy it all up, the patrons buy it all up. That's really what we're here for anyway. So, I mean, I'd love to be able to. I think we should take bets on this. Thank you, Joyce. I think we should take bets on this. If the rare character and if the old Louisville are going to sell out before they do the Patreon. The yields are low. The yields are low. I don't know because he said Tom nailed it. Tim loves makers. Yes, he does. We know this about Tim. Tim, if you have the fun sitting around right now, you'll really really like this. It has some of that maker characteristic in the sweetness and the mouth coating feel that some of the best makers have. Um, it's a little less woody, a little less tannic than some of the makers wood finishing series. Those sometimes can have a little bit of that those tannic wood spices to me, which I like, but this is just a different animal. It's a little bit richer and sweeter and just palate coating. It's really, really killer. Uh, oh, thank you, Tim Burston. My Weller Foolproof is at a good price. I got a little bit of flack for that, especially about the when I dropped the video about my worst buying mistakes today. And then I dropped Wellers at secondary. You guys, those Weller foolproofs were not intended for the patrons. I know that some of you guys are going to be in an area where the Weller foolproof, the 1 liter special reserves that I dropped, the 107s that I dropped on the shop, those prices are going to suck for some of you, and I totally get that, and I appreciate if you're mad at me. But there are a lot of people in the Patreon that are in areas that can't get them, and a lot of the public people really responded to that email. So I was hesitant to do it. I can tell you that my margin on those bottles is nothing. It's a quarter of what we normally make on a bottle because I want to get the price as low as possible, and they were available, so I wanted to get them out there and drop them because I guarantee everybody else is going to drop them for hard prices.
Okay, so one, can you repeat when it comes out or drops? Because Tim was asking about that. And two, Kenny says, I think they will both sell out on to the patrons.
Okay, I'll put you $100. The old loose sells out before it gets off out of the Patreon. Okay, so Tim, so the drop, everything is at whiskeymonster.com, but the drop is on starting on Friday morning. Friday is the top the patron tiers. They're going so 9 a.m. and 12. So 9 a.m. for the top tier, 12 for the next tier. Saturday it'll be 9, 12, and 3, with 3 p.m. being the free tier patrons, and then the public gets it on Sunday. I spaced it out a little bit more because you guys told me that you wanted me to space it a little bit more, so it's 3 hours for the first tier, and then the rest of the day for those top two tiers. And then the 3 hour gaps for the third tier, the fourth tier, and the free patrons, and then the rest of the day before the public gets to it. So you'll have a little bit of time. I It's possible that the rare character sells out before it hits free patrons. I don't know. If I'm betting that the rare character sells out before it hits free patrons. The Bardstown sells out before it gets out of the Patreon, and the Green River makes it to the public. But there may be a couple left over. The last rare character that we dropped, it was the 21-year light whiskey. It didn't make it past the paid patrons.
Mm-hmm.
It had a bigger yield than the two other bottles we're dropping tomorrow.
Wow.
But it's also the whole American light whiskey hazmat 21 years
Yeah.
was a little bit more of a like, oh my god. Tim, I completely trust your palate counter. Just can't do the 60 right now, especially when I only get 100 to spend. Only get 100 to spend. Listen, I understand, brother. I bet you could probably get in the Discord and get somebody to send you a little bit uh, try it out. You need to get the Old Glory spent. You need you need to get to Old Glory. Spent some time there yesterday and had a great time, great pours. Major Zero, we are going to Old Glory to pick a single barrel in May while we're in Tennessee. So we are actually doing that. So the Tennessee trip schedule is on the Patreon. We're going to drop probably tomorrow. It'll be either tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to do the drawing for who gets to go to what. I'll tell you what, I'll just drop the news now. It looks like everyone that signed up to go will be able to go to Old Glory. So, Zero, if you're not a patron, get your ass in there and respond. You can go with us. But we're going to be there at the end of May, the last week of May. We're going to go to Old Glory. So, Major Zero, I appreciate you being part of that happening. We're excited about it. I hope we can really find something good. A whiskey note tonight, sipping on Bardstown High Wheat versus Old Fit 7, both very good. Agreed. Agreed. I gotta blind this against some of my favorite wheats to see how it holds up. I hate doing that on a single bar. I'll do that after they sell out, just in case it loses. uh, Now, if I could only remember my tier, Joyce. I honestly don't know how you check your tier in Patreon. I mean, if you send me an email, I can tell you what it is, but I don't know how you check your own tier. You'll figure it out. If you're any paying tier member, you're gonna probably be fine to get access to the bottles. The paid tiers, I think you'll be fine because we're not gonna get 100% uptake. There's more paid members than there is bottles,
Mhm.
but you're not gonna get.
Not everybody's
No,
buying
we're not
it.
everybody's buying. Hardest part about the drops is deciding what not to buy. It is, and that's part of the reason why we're trying to make these drops smaller. So instead of dropping 4 bottles, we're dropping 3, and the prices are on average lower this time. So
And again, there's no expectation
Mm-mm.
for people to pick up
No.
every time because there will always be
Yeah,
something.
there's always something. You guys, please don't hesitate to pick and choose. Yeah, Mrs. and I have never had a conversation of, well, Caleb didn't buy the rare character.
No.
So we only do that to Kanish, who isn't here right now. Yeah,
Only because he brags about
I know.
buying other people's drops.
I'm broke. Sorry, I'd buy your single barrels. Look what I bought today. I'm like, what the hell? It's fine. I don't. You guys, we want to put the single
No, we
barrels out there.
seriously don't care.
I want to put the single barrels out there so that you guys. I promise you, if you buy any of the single barrels, you're gonna love them.
Yeah.
That's all that I'm. That's all that I expect is to be able to give you guys good single barrels, take people with us to pick them, and have something that is a value for what you pay. I mean, I think everybody can agree that the American Light Whiskey was a ridiculous about. I told somebody we sold the American Light Whiskey today for $129 or 139 bucks, and they were like, "Are you kidding me? Like, what the hell?
Really?
What the hell? Oh yeah, because they're comparing things like Jacob's Pardon,
Oh
just
shit, really?
$200. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we want to do. I
Damn,
want to
we
be able
should
to.
have jacked up the cost of
Should have
it.
jacked up the price. Should have jacked up the price. But here nor there.
No, we're here for the people, remember?
We are
Make
selling.
bourbon cheap again?
Make bourbon cheap again. Make American Light Whiskey cheap again. We are selling our half of the no sorry, Sal, the liquor lineup, bonded lineup, rare character, Righteous Seven bottle that we're dropping. Sal sold us at 119. We're selling them at 109 to patrons. Suck on that.
Damn.
Sorry, Sal.
Tom, did you already get one? I think
Yeah, they
Cam
did.
and Tom bought.
I told
Oh.
them. I told them it's okay. It's okay. To the public, they'll still be 119. I'm like, we gotta sell them for the same price as Sal sold them
Yeah,
for.
but Tom and Kim are not public.
They're gonna have to get backups. No, they're gonna have to get back. I'm sure that Sal made them a deal too. Gordon says Colorado being in the new Weller distribution program, the Weller single barrel prices were around $74. Weller CYPB next month. Weller single barrel and Weller CYPB, I think, are the most disappointing of the Weller lineup, but at MSRP, they're definitely worth buying. I mean, you just can't. You can't touch them. You can't touch them. I don't worry about those two. Those are the two that I don't have, haven't had, and are not going to really worry about having. I did get a shot at a Weller single barrel one time. I could have bought it, but I passed on it over there with Gil because I'm like, let somebody else buy it. Somebody's gonna be super thrilled to get it and care.
Tom, I totally get it. If I was local to the liquor store, I probably would have picked one up too, but we had to wait to get ours shipped. And I think it came today, right? Yesterday?
Yesterday. Yeah, I
Where
do
is
have
it?
mine. It's up there. I haven't been doing
Oh,
any.
there it is.
Yeah. So I haven't been doing any repping of this bottle because I'm not worried about it selling because there just isn't very many of them. But
We should talk about the label though.
probably the most difficult to look at label that we've released. It's rough. I mean, it's rough to look at that label. I mean, it's not because of my face. I mean, look,
I see a bunch of
Sal's,
pretty people
Sal's
on the
beautiful.
label.
I mean, look at so
He is. He's kind of like a model.
Tom,
He's
Tom,
like right in the
yeah,
front.
Tom, Cam, Sal, Mike, Kenny, and myself, obviously in the black hat. My inflated ego. I got to give myself the freaking Denzel Washington role. And then look at Devin in the back. Devin in the back. I turned Devin into the Native American character into Devin. That was not hard, not easy to do. And because they're quite significantly different frames. No offense, Devin. That's just he's just a very small person. And you'll notice that I replaced the hatchet. I don't know if you can see it. I replaced the hatchet with Devin is holding the bottle, the rare character bottle. And if you look closely, the same label is on the bottle as the label that the bottle with the label is on. So
Yeah,
you've
you
got
can't see that on camera. It's
you've
way
got
too small.
yeah, but you can kind of see it in person. You've actually got the label on the label on the bottle again, which is fun for me. We actually did
Well, and
that on the
obviously
first
it's
one.
based on the Magnificent Seven.
It is a reimagining, I guess. They said that's how I say it without getting copyright issues. It's a reimagining of the Magnificent Seven. It's hard to get that thing to focus. The Magnificent Seven movie. It's all the characters from Magnificent Seven
We
done in
did
the
Righteous
Righteous Seven.
Seven because
It's a rye.
a rye.
It's a Kentucky rye, so it's actually a fantastic rye. But it's the Righteous Seven idea was Johanna's to change it to Magnificent. I was gonna do Magnificent and probably get in trouble with the copyright. So the Righteous Seven is first her idea, and then we did the art on it, and it's called the Bonded lineup because it has to have bonded in it. Bonded Yaga, uh, uh, whiskey bonded whiskey bonded. So I've still got to work on the labels for
Well,
the other
and
two.
bonded lineup works perfectly because one, it's a lineup of all of you guys that were able to pick this
Yeah.
and line up liquor store with whiskey bonded. So it wrote itself.
It's also Devin said I can be Native American. It's not about the race, brother. That guy is skinny with a skinny head, and you're a stocky fella. So getting your round head on his narrow ass head body was not that easy to do. It was tough. So and Tom's was tough too. I couldn't quite get Tom's space fit in that thing right. But it turned out really really good, and I'm super happy with it as always. And I'm counting on the guys that are on the bottles to buy a whole bunch for their grandmas and their friends. And
So Tom, put in the comments how many bottles do you think Sal held on to, or did he at all?
I think he sold them out. I think he sold them out.
Does he not keep a bottle with himself on the bottle for himself?
I would think he would, but I don't know. I don't know if Sal's got an ego like that.
Display it right on the main wall of his liquor store?
I
I don't
would.
know.
I mean, I got a line up there in a row, so I could just look at them and just marvel. What's going on there? The DRC bar. The DRC used to stand for Dirty RC, but that's not what it stands for anymore. What's going on, man? Good to see you, brother. Did you get your tickets for Off the Rails? Better be there. So, can we talk about the new branding that Joanna killed?
What branding?
The new Whiskey Bond and Drinking Club.
Oh, thank
So,
you.
you guys, yeah, okay. Yeah, he said he probably only kept one for himself. I actually did
Nice.
that. I actually did that on the last one. I only kept one bonded Yager, and I've only got one of these. I bought several of the first release just because I love it so stinking much. I'm going to show you guys I don't know if you'll be able to see this very well, but so um, Joanna came up with the new Whiskey Bond Drinking Club logo.
Can bring it.
I think you can see it from there. I don't want it. It's just going to blur here. Let me see if it's. Uh,
There you go.
that's a good camera right there. Look at that. Look at
There
that.
you can see it.
Established 2022, which is when we started this whole crazy thing. I can't believe it's been almost 4 years. I had the idea a while back. I'm like, I want to do like another thing inside of the whiskey bonded thing for paid Patreon members, kind of an inner club. I like these concentric rings, and if you'll notice, the logo has concentric rings. That was actually Joanna's idea. I want to do the whiskey bonded drinking club, and I just kind of put the idea aside and didn't do anything with it. And then Joanna was working on a new sticker and came up with the logo and the color, and I'm like, you were putting something else on it. I don't even remember what it was. Some other thing was going to do something else with it.
It was going to be a spin on bourbon adventures kind of thing, but
Yeah.
anyway.
And then I was like, oh, let's do the Whiskey Bond Drinking Club. And it actually turned out incredible. We've actually got a mock up of a t shirt. We're going to be releasing t shirts, hoodies, and probably hats.
Just showed the t-shirt, at least
yeah.
the back of it.
Yeah. Well, it's clearly.
Yeah, it's just a mock up for it.
So
the back is pretty cool.
We've got the final one
logo on the back.
Yeah, we got the final one coming. Once the final one comes and we can confirm that it's the way that we want it to be, that we're going to release these. But so for right now, you can go to whiskeybombshop.com and get the stickers. $3.95 no shipping. They're pretty cheap, but obviously, Whiskey Bond Drinking Club, and then the front is going to have the logo. This is larger than we're going to do it. We actually shrunk it down a lot. It's too big, which is the thing we changed. So it's going to shrink down to more of a smaller size. So we'll get pictures of the final mock-up. You guys will see me wearing it, but a little different printing style too. We went with a little bit heavier printing style because we've noticed that some of you guys that are wearing the shirts a lot, that the small logos on the sleeve are starting to wear a little bit.
Well, our manufacturer finally started doing DTF, which is it's going to hold up better through washes. It's like double the washing quality as far as it standing up to washing it and drying it and all that stuff. So
yeah. So we love that you guys love the gear, and I actually, it was a weird mixed feeling for me because I saw that some of the guys wearing the shirts and the Whiskey Bond thing was faded on the sides, and I'm like, oh man, that kind of sucks, but also made me kind of proud too because that means you guys are wearing the shit out of those shirts, and that means a lot.
Gonna happen from washing it. Unfortunately, that's why they started doing this new way of printing them. Unfortunately, the only downside to that is that the cost is more for the DTF printing.
Yeah.
So we obviously are going to have to raise our prices on our shirts a little bit, but we're going to still try to make it where it's reasonable.
Is it really called DTF?
Yeah. Well, it's not that.
I know, but I'm like, they didn't
direct to film.
They didn't think that maybe we shouldn't use the acronym down to,
They should have, because a bunch of boys will, of course, make it dirty.
It just dawned on me. It didn't dawn on me earlier when we were talking. Must be because we're in the presence of the boys. I don't know. I'm gonna blame you guys, but
dirty minds.
Yeah, Kenny said should have been the back of Devin's head. I designed the bottle label and sent it off to Rare Character before the back of Devin's head became a joke, or that might have happened. That'd have been bad. He'd have been running the other direction, holding the bottle, running away from the camera.
But I see tap nose. Depending on which DTF he's talking about.
Yes.
But probably both are expensive, so.
It is expensive, so we're probably going to we're going to see how you guys feel about it. We may just go with the better printing quality and raise the prices of the shirts a little bit. I don't. We may only do some of the shirts in that. I'm not really sure.
Well, I will tell you they will definitely hold up better through washes because the old way of printing, which is direct to the garment itself, it holds up to maybe 20 to 50 washes, where this new style is 100 or 50 to like 100 washes.
Yeah. So we'll
So double, more
yeah,
than double.
we'll see. We're continuously trying. You guys, one of the things I can promise you is that we're continuously trying to improve things as we go. You know what's funny? It's funny. I was just noticing about the lives on YouTube as opposed to the lives on
Oh,
TikTok.
dirty bird, Tim.
Well, yeah,
It taps his shirts, shirts.
the K and T stuff have held up. Are you using DTF? I know that you and Colby are all about the DTF, especially together.
Yikes.
DTF caused me to get married at a young age. Kenny, there's all that effort. Um, it's funny. I love it. We see all the same people here on, but we don't get a lot of questions, whiskey questions on the YouTube lives. They're all probably all over on
No, TikTok
bruisers.
was definitely a lot more like new people to bourbon and whiskey, and they were more curious. But
Yeah.
we have our core group.
You know what the problem? You know what the problem is? Everybody's probably over on Bruzel, asking Bruzel questions, and because there's probably umpteen gazillion people on there, he's not answering any of them. Here I am. He's just Tim. Give me one, and I'll see how long I can wear it without washing it.
I would bet money you'll probably win one.
Oh God, that's funny. Dude, his
Only
t-shirts last forever.
because you were taking your shirt off quite a bit on the lives.
Good. So Tim's t-shirts last forever because he doesn't wear them very long. Puts them on for a second. Oh God, it's so hot and itchy. Just takes them off. Tab said you. I mean, you were at mine and his wedding. I was at the
That's right.
Colby and Tap wedding. How about that new Fireball? Oh God, I do have another Malort first time video to drop too. I love those. Why is that so funny to me? How's Redwood Empire? Yeah, Tim, get out your bingo card. Redwood Empire pipe dream. There you go. Tim will cut the sleeves off immediately. Listen, Tim, I don't know, buddy. Maybe you wear your shirt more than you used to, but I just think that you remember seeing you without a shirt on quite a bit more than I'd like to. But you do you, buddy. You do you. It's probably hot there in Florida.
Oh hell yeah, Florida, humid, hot,
Mm, that's
alligators.
that is delicious. I might need to buy another one of those.
Well,
I gotta
drops
go.
tomorrow.
I gotta go try it on ice.
No,
No, I know.
Friday.
I can get one whenever I want. I always scroll away a few extras. Oh, speaking of which, I want to make sure that you guys didn't miss. There's two other things that we're gonna do. See, this is the advantage of being on the live. There's two other things that we're gonna do. I'm going to re-release my private reserve of the Redwood Empire Haystack Needle Pick. So we're just going to. I'm gonna put those in. It'll be in the post. It'll be in the email last second. I'm gonna release what we have left of those out to the patrons. Only the patrons. If what's left of those makes it past the patron, I'm gonna lock them back down again, and we'll release the last. There isn't that many of them, but it's possible because a lot of the guys have already bought them. And we're going to drop a Knob Creek 21 at $239. I checked with the whiskey bonded secret pricing council, and they said it's a good price. It's a $259 bottle. We're gonna release it 239. I've only got a few. There's only like 6 or 7 of them, but we're gonna put
Too
that up
rich
too.
for my blood. I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's expensive. I don't own one, but the guys have them. They've said they're delicious, and they typically they did pay more than that for them. So I figured there will be somebody like the one. There will be somebody that'll be more than happy to get a Knob Creek 21 for less than MSRP. So I thought that was kind of cool, something we could do. We're just gonna throw that in there, and I will do a little more looking over the next couple of days to see if there's anything else we can sneak in there at a cheaper price too.
Caleb, drinking club and sauna don't mix. You're not supposed to drink and go in the sauna.
Pass out like a mother, smash your head on the wall. The gym gets mad at you, and then they don't want to let you go back in the sauna anymore. But I'm like, I pay for my membership here. It's bullshit. I should be able to go in the sauna. I'm not even drinking today. It's a whole mess. Don't do it.
Yeah, now that Conrad works at home and drinks all day, he thinks he can just carry a dram of whatever wherever he goes.
It's my
Apparently,
job.
it's not acceptable.
I didn't know that if you put whiskey in the little in the camel pack that we use for hiking, that it would mess up the plastic bag that you put the water in. I didn't think that that was going to happen. I mean, I thought it was super convenient to have the straw there, walking on the treadmill. It's my job, but apparently I make some stupid decisions. Oh, Mike's got a question. You think craft whiskey will surge past legacy in reputation because legacy in contracting so quickly to save the collective butts during the. Okay, I got to read that again. You think craft whiskey will surge past legacy in reputation? Oh, okay. Because legacy is contracting so quickly to save their collective butts during the whiskey sales correction. I do think the whiskey sales correction is going to be good for um, craft whiskey producers, like the best of the best. I think they're going to have a tough go at it, new craft whiskey producers, because everybody is so skeptical about everything right now. I actually had a great call with a new craft whiskey producer today, and that we're going to go and see them next month. A very accomplished winemaker, a very worldwide accomplished barrel. They have a name for it, it's barrel specialist, expert, or whatever it is. um, really pulling some really great whiskeys for refinishing. Very impressive stuff. But kind of tough messaging, kind of high price point. I don't know how it's going to go for them, and I think that's going to be the obstacle. But yes, short answer is I do think this whole thing is going to be very good for craft whiskey distilleries. Think Redwood Empire, but think Westward, think Andalusia, some of these smaller, even like short barrel, Melic, um, Old Dom, even some of the ones that are kind of craft, kind of getting a little bigger in size, uh, they're going to benefit because you're going to have the major distilleries, Elijah Craig 15. What the fuck we need Elijah Craig 15 for? I mean, I mean, we don't really need an Elijah Craig 15, you guys. We didn't need a Knob Creek 18 and 21 either. Good product, absolutely good product, but there's going to be a fatigue for that. If you're going to release Eagleware 10, Eagleware 12, Eagleware 13, Eagleware 15, Eagleware 17, Eagleware 19, if you're just going to do that, people are just going to go, "What the hell?" Like, okay, I know I'm doing it. I mean, the Eagleware 12 was a giant freaking. I'm so pissed off at Buffalo Trace for the Eagleware 12. Eagleware 10 is now everywhere here. I can go buy 100 bottles of Eagleware at MSRP today, right? Eagleware 12 drops. I get a couple of bottles. Like it, it's delicious. Let somebody take one of my bottles because they really wanted one for some kind of a bachelor party or something. Haven't seen it since. Absolute ghost. Total secondary. I tried to get some for the shop. Wanted way too much money. Absolutely ludicrous. Sons of bitches. Anyway, what happened to JT Malik? Don't hear of them anymore. Oh, and I just put some more JT Malik in the store recently. I've been fighting for JT Malik. I actually got some of the 6-year barrel proofs. I don't think they call it that. The 6-year single barrels. I actually got a few of those for the shop. Those are actually very limited. Only get released once a year. And the regular full proof or high proof offering. There's some of those in the shop too. Melic is just. I think they've got other things going on. They're a farm. It's not their only thing, so they're just low production volume. I know they stopped on the single barrels. I've been bugging them because I really want a JT Malik single barrel. They're not doing them right now, so I think they're just kind of slow rolling like a lot of the small farm. Just like Frey Ranch is also a working farm, right? So like Melick is the same way in that if they pull back their whiskey production a little bit and focus on farming, that it's fine. They're fine. So it's kind of probably a smart move to try and just take it easy.
So Joyce mentioned the Rye 3. Do we have any of that left
I
for
have a Rye
Joyce?
3 over there with Joyce's name on it. I just got to figure out. Will you maybe try and remind me of that?
Yeah, Joyce,
Yeah.
email us, please, because we
Email
get,
Joanna.
yeah, email me and I will make
Yeah.
sure we get you one.
Joanna at whiskeybonded.com. Yeah, Joyce, I haven't forgot about you. I've got one sitting over here with your name on it. We've just got to figure out how to get that to you. Yes. We go visit Minden Mill in June. We are actually going up to Minden Mill
Yeah, we are.
in the beginning of April to kind of scope it out. Yeah, it's possible. Maybe we will go up in
Devin,
June, Devin.
come over and I'll put you in my pocket and I'll take you with us.
His head will definitely stick out of your pocket. backwards probably. Yeah, so yeah, we are you guys. I'm working on the Minden Mill thing. I think there's a lot of huge potential future for Minden Mill, especially with them with Chip Tate being there, and they're doing some other thing. Obviously, Fully Family Wines, Ampersand Spirits. They're all kind of and the Minden Mill stuff is getting better and better and better. So I think that's one we really need to keep our eye on as a collective whiskey community. We're going up there in a couple of weeks. We're going to check it out, talk to the master distiller, kind of feel things out a little bit, and based on that, then decide what we're going to do for some kind of a patron visit. I don't want to call it a distillery takeover because now everybody else is calling it a distillery takeover. And you know what I like to do when everybody does something? We ain't doing
Yeah.
that.
Conrad is very anti-establishment.
Mother.
So Caleb, I can't, I'm going to say the F word right now. I can't fucking believe that my Frey Ranch is not selling out. It is so good.
People are dumb.
And I am
I'm just convinced people are
I
dumb.
don't even know. I don't understand it. Is it the rye on the bottle that keeps people from buying it?
It's Devon.
God dang it. I knew it. Devin, no, you're not coming to Minden with us.
Yeah, Devon's all about Minden Mill as long as we don't do any rye stuff.
God dang it. It is such a good bottle. And I love Frey Ranch. Like, I have a love affair with Frey Ranch.
Somebody asked who the fuck wants a Traveler's Foolproof. Not me. I don't know.
That was Tim, I think.
No, it was Zekros. So I'm with Caleb and Joanna. The Frey Ranch, our Frey Ranch single barrel strength rye, not only was one of only 2 barrels released in California, it's fucking nuts. It's so good. It makes the most incredible old fashioned. I guess people just don't know. Well, how that bottle is not sold out is nuts. I mean, the volume is high, but it doesn't matter. If you like rye at all and you haven't bought one of those bottles,
I'm shocked. They
I
make
know.
incredible old fashions. I have several bottles as backup.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
But we also I don't think you've actually done a video on it or even
No,
talked
I
about it
haven't.
to let people know how good it is.
I've got to do video. You guys, I was so far behind because of travel. I'm getting caught up. I've got tons of shit sitting over there. I need to do one
Cam,
on the
did you
Freedom
get one?
also.
Because if you haven't, please just try it. It is so freaking good. I think you'll love it.
Oh, Whiskey Nook has a whiskey question. What is your favorite distillery? I'm thinking I'm leaning Heaven Hill from bottom shelf up. Everything has been in my profile. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Heaven Hill for sure. To name a favorite distillery, my problem is when you talk about favorite distilleries, I've got to talk about some of the people too. And I think if I had to pick one, I'd go Wild Turkey. But Heaven Hill is a great one. Bardstown is I've never had anything from Bardstown that's not good. Uh, and Heaven Hill, there's been a couple of larcenies. The standard larceny is good, but not amazing. It's not as good as the base weed stuff from Bardstown or Makers. And I've had a couple larceny barrel proofs and a couple large barrel proofs that I didn't absolutely love, which would be the only thing that would make me say that it might not be, but it's definitely up there. You're not wrong. Wild Turkey, everything above the base ass Wild Turkey, and even some of the '86 shit that we got here is really good. But I love Wild Turkey. It's on profile for me. I'd have to name that one. Besides the ones that I'm always repping, the Redwood Empire and them, I love them. I really want an ampersand bottle. You guys, Caleb or Cabster, um, buddy, the ampersand, the second release of ampersand is headed to stores and in stores now. It's a slightly different proof. It's a 118 even. I talked to Chip Tate. He says they are on the way. So if you want an ampersand, keep your eyeballs peeled. I've put in an order request for them. We will see if we get them. Do not wait on me. I do not know if we're going to get them or not. We weren't able to get them last time, but they're going out. So ask around if they had ampersand before. They're probably going to have it again, and those are going to hit. And Chip said they're better than the first batch. I don't know how that's possible, but of course he's going to say that. Yeah, I'm not dumb. I'm special.
I rock. Are we talking about the band, the Frey? Yes and yes. Frey
Yep.
Ranch and Frey, both good. Just do it.
Devin said we need a video release schedule. Good luck with that. Holy crap! Good luck with that.
You know what? I can talk to him about something, and 5 minutes later, he literally goes and does something completely different than what we talked. We actually had this discussion today.
Yeah, I do what I want.
We had a discussion about something yesterday, how to handle a situation. He went ahead and did something completely opposite. for what we discussed.
Joanna's like, it's a right turn here. I'm like, left.
Yeah, just whatever.
Yeah, I just kind of do whatever I want to do. It's a terrible thing.
And you guys, I try to rope him in. It's not easy.
You guys, one of the best and worst thing is we asked you about the redwood tater tubes. You can't see them, can you? They're not even behind me. They're out of the picture. I took them out of the picture to get so many questions. One of the best and worst things about doing this as a job now is I love to just creative, just flow. Just whatever comes is what comes out. You guys know, I just say whatever comes to my mind, even if I get a dirty look from my wife. I'll in the middle of watching a television show, get up, go, and have a creative idea, right?
He
Which
does
is
it all the time. He
yeah,
literally leaves, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Where are you going?"
which is a great thing. When I was in high school and college, I was big into music and art and all of these things. I'm very creative by nature. I'm very good at art. I'm very good at music. I just have that type of brain. The bad thing is though, because this is that type of a thing where I can just be creative and it's good. It's like just to kind of riff things and just do things silly. It's hard for me to stay organized. It's hard for me to stay on task because I just want to, oh, I could do this, I could do that. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge. But you're not putting me on a schedule. The best I got is I've got a running list of the things that I have to do, and there's a whole bunch of bottles sitting over that I got to get through. And I got my whiteboard, so I've got the reminders of the things that I have to do in order. Any paid partnership first, anybody who sends us a free bottle second, and anything I just feel like doing third. So we get a lot of free bottles, and I try to give respect to those. I mean, obviously, I like the Be Wilder. Uh, I if they send something like this, I'm not under any obligation to do anything with it. I tell them I'm not going to do anything with it. But if I taste it, I'll give you my thoughts on it and put it on the camera. You guys see about it. I think that's a fair exchange. I mean, maybe some of you guys will just be curious and look
That
into
is
it.
actually seriously a very unique but good bottle.
Well, I like it. I actually like it. I think
What
it's
did you
super
say the price
interesting.
point was?
You know what? Let's see here. Let's so I don't misquote this. Uh, it's funny. They're very small. It's called Be Wilder. Be Wilder whiskey. Let's just look. I mean, this is in real time. I'm ordering now. I'm not gonna actually order it. I already. Oh, it's $79, so it's pretty expensive. Pretty well for a 112 proof single malt. That's not super expensive. I mean, if you compare it against like a Foggy Burrow, which is $99 and lower proof, so I guess it's all to be interpreted by you guys. But like I said, all I can really do is they'll send it to me. I'll try it, pop it on stuff like this. I may or may not do video on it. I think it'd make an interesting video because it's mushroom infused whiskey. I think that's kind of cool. So I think it'll make good content. So I'll probably do that. But I make no promises just in case I change my mind or get busy and don't get to
So
it, which
Frank
happens.
has a question for you.
Frank,
Can you see that?
any thoughts on the Augusta small batch cast strength? Keeps popping on my Instagram. I do not have that one. Guys, in the comments, put in there if you've had that Augusta. I know that Augusta's been pretty popular. The ones that I've tried have been really good. I cannot remember if we tried the small batch cast strength. I know we've had some Augustas at some of the bottle shares and when we were in Vegas. If you guys have the Augusta small batch cast strength specifically, please put that in there for Frank. Frank, I'm with you. Um, Anytime I see something pop up in Instagram feed too much, I'm instantly skeptical. I mean,
Again, goes back to the whole
true story.
because everybody else is doing it. Conrad's not.
Listen, it's not necessarily a bad thing. True story.
True story.
There's almost, I leave those up there as a reminder. You saw True Story pop up all over the places because they sent us all bottles.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm sorry, I had to go straight up on that one. It's very rare that I go, this is bad. Those are not good. I'm so shocked at those. I cannot believe that the guys who brought you Angel's Envy released that and said, yeah, try this. It's good. It's not good.
But then that's why people can trust you because you're not just going to blow smoke up their ass just because somebody gave you a bottle or sent you something.
Get,
Much like our picks, we're picking good shit because we're not
Mhm.
just going to pick anything mediocre.
Oh, we'll even
You
piss
know.
we'll even piss off a whole bunch of
You know.
influencers not picking something.
Yeah. You know.
Joyce, her email is joanna at
I
whiskeybutter.com.
gave it.
Yeah. She said, please let me know your email for Ride 3. Thank you.
Oh, I put it in the comments, Joyce. Sorry.
Yep.
May have been
We're,
missed.
we're official now, y'all. We got whiskeybutter.com email addresses. It's just Joanna at, Conrad at. Nathan had one, but I took it away because he's not participating.
Yeah.
Nathan's
He's
became
busy now.
info at, or inquire at, or drops
You want to
at.
share what he's doing now?
You know what? No.
Okay.
Let's just wait and see what happens. Nathan is having a major change of course of direction of life. It's not necessarily a bad thing. We're not super stoked about it, but we'll share more if it actually happens.
Yeah.
I'd say I'd let him do it, but he ain't come around no more. He's a wine guy now. I don't know if we failed. I just
He's
I'll let
he's
myself
a
down.
he's a he's a card guy. That's about it.
He's a
That's all
Pokemon guy.
yeah.
He's a Pokemon. Those people waiting outside of Target were Pokemon people. If you guys didn't figure that one out, posted on my stories on Instagram. They were waiting there for Pokemon. Come to find out, they wait there every day, Monday through Friday, for Pokemon because they release them at 3 o'clock. So there's a line every day, and they bring them in 5 at a time, and they let them buy one of each thing themselves until they all get through the line, and then they can go back through the line again.
Hmm.
What the fuck's happening? I,
So you were gonna discuss somebody dropping out of the Kentucky trip. Did you
yeah,
already cover that?
I mentioned it briefly, but we did. You guys, we did have. You guys, when we do the trips, my new process is I drop a response survey in the Patreon, and everybody can go in and put their information and say that they're coming, what they can do, and all that stuff. And then I'm actually using AI to draw the names and make the lists with alternatives because it's just getting too hard to spin the wheel each time. And to be quite honest, spinning the wheel sometimes there's some chances that there's going to be bias in there. I don't want there to be any bias. I want it to be totally random. So we let AI do it.
Well, so certain people can only do certain days, so that's hard
Right.
to do on a spinning wheel because you
So we
can't put those perimeters in there.
Yeah, so I take all the response surveys, create a spreadsheet, put it into AI. It draws the names with the alternatives, totally random, totally fair. AI doesn't give a shit who you guys are. Sorry, Michael. He doesn't. I put in there. Listen, just so you know, Michael is whiskey sensory shenanigans. Please respect. He is a professional sommelier. Take it into consideration. A whiskey sommelier. So, but
And AI said, I don't give it.
I don't know. I don't know if it did or not. I mean, I don't
I
remember
mean,
what
he
Michael
came
got
up
drawn
number
for.
one, I think, on one of the
He get
lists. So
drawn for something. Anyway, so we're using AI to do the alternates. But you guys, please, if you don't get drawn, do not give up. I'm still going to send the emails out. We had somebody drop out for Kentucky already. We had somebody drop out for Vegas, and we drew an alternate.
yeah,
Yeah, so we had somebody drop out for Kentucky. I emailed the first alternate. If I do not hear from him in the next day or two, we will draw a second
yeah.
alternate. So do not lose heart if you are an alternate or if you're not even on the list, because very real chance I email all the alternates and none of them respond.
Yeah, and also like please, if you're gonna put your name in, make sure you want to go and you will be able to go
For sure.
so that we don't have people dropping out. But I know shit comes out, so no worries. But we always have an alternate person kind of waiting in the wings. So
Yeah, there's always somebody else that will go. Kentucky, unfortunately, the wild turkey specifically, and Jack Daniels for Tennessee is going to be super limited. You guys, I fought hard to try and get those out. I just couldn't. I mean, they literally threatened to take the Jack Daniels stuff away from us, and I had to back off. I pushed hard to try and get as many people as we can, and it's just a. I had a good conversation. It's just
again,
a
it was something
actual.
I had to have a conversation with Conrad about
Don't get more patrons invited to the thing. No, that's not,
because
you're
they
right.
were
You're right.
like they
You're
were
right.
getting annoyed with us. I
Yeah,
could tell.
they
So
were.
I don't want to be that group that gets them pissed off that then they just go, you know what?
It's bad enough that when we take a Cam to picks, we have to explain his behavior. That's bad enough. But
Yeah, Cam, better behave yourself on this wild turkey pick.
is Cam in the wild turkey thing?
I think. Well, I don't know. I think he was.
Did he get
Wasn't he?
chalked for that?
I think he
I
was.
don't listen. AI did it. I don't know. I just put out the announcement. I don't read that shit. Anyway, it actually turned out I had a really good conversation with the representative from Brown Forman. Turns out they're not limiting for no reason. They literally have space limitations because of the sizes of the rooms and the rick houses and all of that stuff. So it's not it's not for nothing. They're not just being dicks. The good news is Tennessee is going to be everybody right now. Everybody that put in for Tennessee will be able to go and do a barrel pick in Tennessee. Nobody's going to get left out on that. There's just going to be some spreading around it who goes where. But they're all really good, you guys. All of those places we're going are going to be good places to pick. They're going to be fun, and I'm excited for those. So good night, Tim Burston. See you, buddy. We're gonna wrap it up anyways. We've gone over time. I'm trying really hard not to do that. I thought we always blame it on Rick. It just depends. I just Cam gets blamed sometimes. I mean, Rick Rick was acting crazy for something in Texas. I can't remember what he was doing. He was being a little silly, but no,
Oh,
I
he was
mean,
being funny, yeah.
he's being
I
funny.
love the video of Rick when he got to drill the barrel. Like his facial
He's such a
expressions and
goof.
everything is just so funny.
Rick is a problem a lot of times, but I just pick on Cam because when he's here and Rick's not, which is a problem. So I guess maybe I shouldn't. I should pick on Rick.
I actually think that Austin was the first time that I've seen Rick really, really drunk.
Goof off. He
No, like really drunk. Like the
oh
night we ran into him in the elevator.
yeah, he was pretty lit.
Yeah,
He's pretty lit, which is a
that was
lot
the
saying
first
'cause he's a
time.
big
Yeah,
boy. Yeah.
that was the first time.
I'm just picking on Cam because he's the only one I've seen jump into a pool in winter in his underwear. Now that really wasn't technically whiskey related, but it doesn't change the fact that it happened.
You
It,
were there to witness
if
it.
Hunter was here, I know my eyes are still burning. If Hunter was here, I would be giving him the same amount of flack. But you earned it. It's honest. You come by it honestly. So you guys listen. I appreciate all of you showing up here and showing your love for the old WB over the Bruzel. I know that's a lot to ask. TJ is quite possibly the coolest man alive. Ask Kanish. But I appreciate you guys being here, and we're gonna be back next Wednesday. Can you imagine? That'd be 3 weeks in a row.
Are you sure?
What the hell? No,
Nothing going on?
no, I don't know. No, we got nothing going
No,
on.
we're here next.
We got nothing going on next Wednesday. So I will. We'll hope to see you guys. I'm actually going to try and make it to the tastings for the guys down in Elk Grove. It's my plan to do that at this point.
We'll be there tomorrow, right?
Yes, we're gonna cruise down tomorrow, but Mike just dropped a breaking news. Craft whiskey producer Still Austin secured $20 million in working capital from Faro, a supply chain financing partner for the wine and spirits industry. You trying to get a job at Still Austin too, Michael? Doing a bang up job, buddy. You put that comment in a video and tag Still Austin. That'll work better. I don't think they're watching. Although Nancy Fairley did show up one time.
Yeah, she did.
Gonna ride that fucking pony into the ground.
Well, you're supposed to go have lunch with Nancy. We
I
still
know.
haven't scheduled that.
I've been talking to Dixon too. Yes, we've been talking to Dixon Dedman. We gonna do the Grim Kentucky. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Having more conversations with Pete. We're doing a lot. We're doing a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool
Pete's
stuff.
here actually. Pete's local
Pete's
to us
going.
right
Pete's
now.
gonna be next week.
Oh, I thought he
Yep.
was here this
No,
week.
next week. So
Okay.
Pete's gonna be in the Bay Area next week. If you guys are in the Bay Area, Pete from our character will be there. We're actually doing a call with Isaac from High West. Got a lot of cool stuff going on. Got a lot of cool stuff going on. Legendary Blacks. Oh,
Uh,
taking me back.
I
Taking me
think we
back.
love Terry Blacks.
Love Cherry Blacks. I love
I
Cherry
kind of
Blacks.
want to move to Texas just for that.
Yeah, yeah. Not to Austin though.
No, we don't love the Austin area. Sorry, Austin.
Is in Texas, but it's not really in Texas. It was so weird. I didn't see a single cowboy hat the whole time we
It
were there.
didn't feel Texas at
So weird.
all.
It was so weird. The difference between Fort Worth and Austin
Yeah,
is
huge.
astonishing.
It's like two
different country.
two different countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We drove from Fort Worth to Austin, and I thought we drove back to
I mean,
California.
honestly, for us being from California, it was just like being in California. So, which
It's
was,
very
yeah.
California-like. Yeah, very California-like. Yeah, lots of irons in the fire. You guys, we've got so much cool stuff going on because I'm trying to figure out what to do for the second half of next year. We've got things booked up all the way through July here. So we need to start figuring out what to do in the fall and into the winter time, and that's kind of what we're working on. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe we'll talk about this another time, but I'd really like to go to KC and do a holiday in Rieger in KC. We can do two: Ben Holiday and a Jay Rieger in Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City. We have some
More
friends
good,
in Kansas City.
more good
too.
barbecue too. We need to figure out all the places that have barrel picking and barbecue.
Oh, there's that one spot we went to
Memphis?
in Kansas City, remember?
Yep,
That had good barbecue.
yep,
Those burnt ends.
yep. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm.
KC. Sorry, Texas people. KC does burnt ends better than Texas. They're better.
Mm.
They're better.
They were saucier, right? They do sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't worry, West Kentucky barbecue next month. The tap. We're coming to see you. We're coming
Oh,
to see
tap. Yeah. Conrad told me that you have a family restaurant that's like good barbecue. I'm
you.
so excited.
We just need to figure out what the closest whiskey distilleries are. Sounds like Tap's in the middle of freaking nowhere. BFK, because Egypt is Kentucky.
Well,
So it's
can we just go visit
bump up Kentucky.
Kitsap and Tap and then
They don't
get
actually
all
live
north?
together. That's a rumor. We did. Kobe did invite us to come up for an event that he's got going on, but who the hell wants to go to the Seattle area? Oh wait, we're going to the Seattle area. Anyway, okay. Well, on that note, we'll wrap it up. You guys, thanks for being here. If you have any questions about the drop, check out on whiskeyvonda.com. There is a barrel drops tile that'll take you to the exclusive drops section. If you have any questions, you can always email me. You can email drops@whiskeyvonda.com.
One more thing I want to mention
Mention away.
is the newsletter. There is
Oh,
a
yeah.
riddle in the barrel. I don't think we've gotten too many,
We got a few responses. Yeah,
few,
we got a few,
a
about
few,
10
but
or
not
12.
too many.
Yeah.
So there's still time till the 25th to enter the riddle in the barrel, and you could win a T-shirt. I think is what we're giving away. One of the patron exclusive
Yes, we're giving away a
flag
bourbon
bourbon.
American Spirit.
Yep. So
Yeah, we're giving away a bourbon
if you
American
haven't
Spirit
already
t-shirt.
entered, check out the newsletter. Enter. You have till the 25th.
Ooh, there's a little time left. Yeah, it doesn't cost nothing. You just gotta,
Nope.
you know,
Free.
use ChatGPT, cheat, put your answer in. You just gotta send an email. I'm convinced that most of the guys cheat. I'm wondering the people that get the riddle wrong though. I'm like, you never heard of ChatGPT? Devin, I'm too dumb for riddle in the barrel. I just gave you the clue. Okay, Tap says he caters for Kentucky picks. Tap, would you please mention to the people that are doing Kentucky picks that you know somebody that likes to pick barrels of whiskey? I'll come out and extend my services for the very low price of a plane ticket and a hotel stay. Okay, you guys, we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Thanks for being here. Seriously, we appreciate it. Hopefully, we'll have some more news for you next Wednesday. But if not, we'll just bullshit about whiskey.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I gotta call TJ until his
I
ass.
think
Don't
that's a
don't.
never-ending topic.
It is a never-ending topic. Remind me to call TJ and tell him don't be coming in on Wednesday nights. I'll fly out to Opelika and punch you in your big head. No, I like TJ.
Wow.
I wouldn't really do that.
Now you're
I'm sorry,
acting like
TJ.
that other guy
No, I like TJ.
with the
Okay.
big head and the beard and
Yep.
the
How do you,
situation.
the situation. How do you not like TJ Gamble?
Oh, he's a yeah,
His last name's Gamble, by the
good
way.
guy.
They tell you that Wild Turkey didn't know his last name.
No,
They
call
called him TJ
him
Bruzel.
Bruzel.
He was like, they don't even know my last name. Actually, he was like, they don't even know my last name. That was a terrible Opelika. All right, you guys. Please, if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up, share, boost, whatever the YouTube. I really got to get better at this whole. I got really got to get better at this whole influencer bullshit because I don't know what the
Do that
things are.
thumbs up.
There's like a booster thing you can do. Wait, what's this thing? Engage with your audience. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, you guys will see. We'll see you right back here next Wednesday at 6:30. Thanks for coming, you guys. I really appreciate it. Joanna, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, guys.
Sitting over there in the dark. I'm gonna get her
Yeah.
on camera eventually.